Okay, let's see. Let's move over to the actual screen. Okay. Guess we start off with some vanilla runs while people show up, I guess. Okay, decent wand start. Chaotic poly is not ideal for liquid, but it's not terrible, I suppose. Wow, starting off with fire. Probably a fire mage down here somewhere. That's not great. Okay, that gold is gone. There is a lot of toxic sludge around here. That is not very promising. There's some water here. Let's kick this over a little bit. That's steel though, it's probably not gonna... that won't flow over. Okay. That is an egg. Okay, nice little pet over there. Let's see if it doesn't kill things while we're exploring here. Oh, this is all sealed off on the left. That's not great. I wonder if we can... yeah, it's safe now. Okay. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come here, doggy. Wow, aggressive up there. There's a water potion. Here's a whiskey potion. Ooh, that's dangerous. Okay, picked up a decent chunk of the gold that was there. There's something drowning on there. Oh. Another water potion. Okay. The game is trying to tell me something here. Not entirely sure what. But that is a lot of water potions to be spawning out here. Not that I'm complaining, water is great to have, but it's mildly concerning as well. And for all of these potions and everything we've seen, I have not seen a single wand, which is also a little concerning. We do have a decent chunk of change though. 355 is not bad. Ouch. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. I'm also afraid of that guy with his concoctions. Okay. Can't go through there. There's a chest here. Hopefully it's health or something useful. Just gold. Which I guess in the grand scheme of things is still useful. Although not exactly what I was hoping for. Concentrated mana. Interesting. Okay, not quite strong enough to blow that up. Although, we can probably get it with a big bomb. And then maybe clear this section out. It'll probably still flow over though. I mean, even if I were to blow all of this up, I don't have a source of light to look into the caverns beyond. So it's not super useful. Ouch. I guess we just look for a little more gold and then make our way out. Gunpowder pouch. Not what I'm looking for either. There's another chest. Haha, Silma. That's... I guess lucky, I guess? I know there's a very small percent chance for this to spawn. What are the odds though? I was looking at trying to do the sun quest earlier today too. This is quite the thing to pull from a chest. Still can't get through. Okay. Gotta find another way around. I guess we just blow that up. That works. I hate Pahasilma's digging. I mean, it's a form of digging, but it's so slow. Okay, let's see what we've got to work with here. Nothing great. The wand is not bad, actually. 250 mana charge is kind of crazy. What if we... buy this? Take these for now. Don't really need a wand. I don't have enough for that wand anymore. Okay, fair enough. This is already a step up from the other wand. Projectile repulsion sector. I guess it will add speed to our shots, as well as maybe give us time to dodge. Yeah, that's decent. Okay. Pasilma does not dig through brickwork if I remember correctly, so this is not a way through the mountain. I could chaotic poly my way out. I think we'll do that. That's the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. There's a hive over on the left that we should probably get rid of. Okay, easy enough. Whoa. I guess we slowly dig our way down here. Trying to see what's in that wand. I don't know that we're gonna make it through that gray rock though. That is a dense material. That's gonna take a while. We have bombs. Boom. There goes the platform. Terrible wand. It has good mana. I could probably use it for like a black hole wand or something, but this is not promising. We'll pass on that for now. Get rid of all of this coal, see if there's anything hidden down here. That's the wrong item. I should be on the wand. Okay. Easy fix. Let's go. Wow, talk about a delayed explosion. What the hell was that? Okay, let's evaporate all this water, make our way down here. This is a soft material, so this should be easy enough. I'll take any free gold that I can get. More water needed. I could evaporate that stuff, but I don't want to deal with the toxic gas. Saw-blade orbit is promising. I am gonna need a teleport cast though. I don't want to be anywhere near the saw-blades when they spawn. 379 gold is not bad. We definitely need a lot more though. Especially considering that first mountain didn't really have much going for it. That repulsion field is a lot more effective than I had originally thought it would be. It's definitely a welcome perk. Oh, okay, now going up there. Okay, easy gold. Anything else up here? Any wands? Any spell shops? Oh, there's a chest. And a wand, okay. Wish granted. Wow, that's really good. That recharge time is not great. But we could make a very powerful shotgun wand out of this. As a matter of fact, we can probably use that to get through the fungal caverns pretty easily. Nothing up here, I don't think, but never hurts to check. Absolutely nothing, okay. There's something over there, hopefully. We can probably just dig with Pahasilma. This is relatively soft. There's a mob up there, okay. Dead rat. Okay, that's scary. Forgot to put Pahasilma away. Okay, did not mean to throw it. How am I gonna get that back? Okay, that works. Oh, that was scary. We lost so much health from that. I'm kind of thinking we should probably just head down to the mountain, actually. This is a little dangerous. There's an item here, so let's check that out first. I doubt it's anything super useful, but Let's check anyway. Concentrated mana? Yeah, we already have one. Okay. Let's try and rush down the mountain. I do remember seeing one of the entrances already. I think it was over to the right. So we definitely need to make our way down here and heal up. 400 gold is not ideal, but it's better than nothing. Magical liquid. Huh. Wash off that slime. Make our way down to the mountain. Heal up. See what we've got to work with here. Okay. Nothing too expensive on the wands yet, so that's good. Nothing great. Black hole could be useful. It is tempting. Get rid of that. Hold on to this. Maybe hold on to one of these. Don't need this wand necessarily. I do want this on here. That is very slow. Might as well just keep it with a decent attack. 1893, 210, 49. Guess we just keep bombs on there. Not enough mana. Right, 53 max. This is not great. I think we're gonna have to resort to black hole digging. Okay, I can live with that. Crit plus and tinker everywhere. So I no longer need to worry about breaking out of the mountain safely. First and foremost, we chill. Yes, we do, Juligan. Welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you here. Hope you're having a good day or evening wherever you are. Let's see. Kind of want to keep this as is for now. We have the black holes for digging just in case we need it. You too? Yeah, I can't complain. I'm chilling as much as I can. You know, despite not hearing back from some prospective jobs, but it is what it is. Make do with what you got. What am I doing here? 600, no, 7270. That's a really fast charge one too. Might just swap this out. 1733, 2845. That always casts as interesting though. Actually, I don't have the money for that. Never mind. Maybe we piss off Steve for the money? I don't think so. We can probably just break our way in later. That's fine. Okay, so we have black hole. Oh, right. We have the speedy thing on the wand. I forgot about that. How far did that go? That is ridiculous. Hold on, we can make good use of this. So I like numbers. I also like numbers. What numbers are we talking about here? Ooh, this is very interesting. Zero delay, 82. Swap that. And actually, we can probably just do triple to bifurcated. That should affect all of them. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, we don't need this wand anymore, I don't think. We could use it for digging, I suppose, if we had something to speed up the fire rate. We'll keep this here for now. But anyway. Oh, if we had a line of infinite randomly generated numbers, what do you reckon would be the average number of numbers between two sets of 3 equal numbers? If we had infinite random numbers, like true random, I think it would probably be something akin to pi. Because that is I guess the most random number that we know of, right? Something about it not like never repeating twice and always just carrying on for infinity. I would say that would probably be the best estimate of an infinitely average number. Actually, did I leave the spell refresh in here? I hope I did. Because I could use that. I don't think any of those ones are worth it though. I already got the perk from that second mountain. But I do want to explore the west, because I found this Pahasilma in a chest. I want to see if that other Pahasilma spawned, because if it did, I can probably try, and I do mean try, to get the Sun Quest done. Should bring us up into the tree. Or not, if this root just regenerated. High is a good guess, I'm not sure myself either. Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, um, infinity is just something that nobody can really comprehend. So putting that to a set of what is essentially arbitrary math is kind of a difficult thing to grasp. Pi would be related to the problem, most likely, is what I'm saying. The numbers of numbers between would probably be very large. Well, yeah, if you're averaging an infinite number of data points, it's going to be an infinite number regardless. And if it's an infinite number of random data points, the only, well, logically, the only random data set that expands to infinity would be something like pi. Pi is infinite in nature. It might not be exactly the same, but if it's an infinite data set, eventually the two will coincide, right? Or at least that's my guess anyway. I'm not entirely sure. There's a gap to my problem. What is that gap? Why is there so much fog out here? This is weird. I'm on fire. Okay. How does that keep setting me on fire? I've got to figure that out. That's dangerous. Is there, what, a gap? I'm not sure. You wrote that there's a gap to the problem. I'm not sure what that would be. So close. Oh, don't burn the corner. Okay, well. Okay, maybe if I go on the right side. I was thinking that 777-123-14777 is 5 in between. But if you keep going, 777-123-14777-122-3-12-777, there would be 5 between the first paired set of 3 6 between the second, and 14 if you look between the first and third pair. Suppose you can only work with consecutive pairs and can't include triples between any lines. That is a difficult question. If you have, what is that? 14 between the first and third pair. Is it 14? 1, 2, 3, 1, 4 is what? 5, 7, 8, 9, 11? Oh, you mean number of digits? 7, 7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 7, 7, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 7, 7. Yeah, if you're putting them in sets of matrices, then yeah, it would, that would be, I mean, that still falls under the rules of being a random data set, right? So it should be fine if you're looking for random numbers between the sets of 3. I feel like when you work with averages, it could converge. I mean, it depends on what your data scope is, because you did ask for random numbers between the pairs of 3, right? So it's still possible that they could stretch into an infinite data set. It's a hard question. If you try to constrain it, I guess, to like a specific number of digits and then randomize that data set, I'm sure you could probably find an actual average based on the number of digits. But if you're doing an average for an infinite data set for an infinite number of digits, that's where things get a little more interesting. All of this to say, I was generating some and I got a string with 29 numbers in between a pair of 777s. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if that would have given you the average right off the bat, unless you were generating a bunch of numbers between pairs of 777s. I kind of want to... I know one more is to the east of here, underneath the desert, I believe. I kind of want to visit that, because I know if I'm going to do the sun quest, we're gonna need a lot of preparation here. Doesn't shine light upon a problem, but I feel like it's somewhat rare. Also found 4 ones together. That is interesting. I mean, if you were just generating random numbers, then that's pretty cool. I don't know if that would fall into an infinite random generation for something like pi, but it's cool that you got those numbers like that if you were just generating random numbers. I'm out of black holes. I gotta go refresh those. Want to find the legendary 5 equal numbers? I'm not sure I know what those are. Unless you're trying to generate 5 random digits that are just the same all 5 times. Because if that's the case, that really depends on what your data set is. If you're doing it with like 5 digits, it might take a while, but it's not impossible. But if you're looking for 5 sequential numbers that are repeating 5 times, that might be a little difficult. Because you could get like the number 100 5 times in a row, and that would take an ungodly number of generations to get. Those things are still fighting over there. Zerkium? Or Zerkium? I think another question to ask here, at least for my understanding of all of this, is how are you even generating all of these random numbers? Because that could also factor into how long it might take you to find that number or that sequence of numbers. Because if you're doing it on a computer, it probably won't take very long, to be honest. Computer random number generation is not as random as you would think. It's kind of cyclical, if anything. But that does mean that eventually you'll hit upon the number probably pretty soon, sooner rather than later. If you're using something like a set of dice, though, that might take a little longer. The probabilistic chance on a physical object is a lot higher than with a computer. TNT, not great. 775 max mana, not a great one, but we'll hold on to it. That's a lot of fire. I'm using online, but now I'll do it mechanically as per your suggestion. Well, I wasn't suggesting. I'm saying, if anything, you should just keep on with the online stuff. That'll probably get your result faster than doing it mechanically. Oh, there's a spell refresh here, okay. I still need healing though, that's Not great. Okay. He hit me for just enough to kill me. That's lovely. It's not about speed, it's about the soul of it. Fair enough. Yeah, I would say if you're doing something like using a set of dice, you'll probably run into a 5-number streak much faster than doing it with a computer that can generate ridiculous amounts of numbers and digits. I was trying to figure out the average I could converge to. Well, again, that depends on the number of digits that you're working with. If you're working with a digit of, let's say, a digit count of 2, so like between 1 and 99, your average will probably be somewhere in like the 60 or 70 range, if I'm not mistaken. I'm a little rusty on number averages. If you're working with a single digit, so from like 1 to 9, I believe the average is something like 6. It really depends on the number of digits that you're working with. And if you're putting constraints to it, so if you're pairing them between like sets of 3 digits, like 77 and then a number of digits and then 777, that's gonna be ridiculously that's gonna be a ridiculously long time before you find anything that's 5 consecutive numbers. Why am I on fire? There's a nice little tunnel and it only burned halfway through. I need to find a reliable random generation method. Well, reliable and random are kind of opposite words, right? I don't know of any truly reliable random generation method. I would say maybe try to something to do with fluids. I mean, if you were to do random generation with fluids, how would you go about it? Because I don't really see that as being super reliable either. Simply for the fact that there are a lot of variables that could change the number generation even with a fluid. So you could have, like let's say you put a dye inside of a bottle of water and you shake that around to get your number generation. You still have things like heat convection that could alter the properties of the water, even just from the dye spinning around inside of it. If the vector that you're using to hold the liquid in isn't airtight, you could lose liquid eventually to a water evaporation, which would then also affect the rate of change for the dye as it shakes around inside of it. God damn it, I wanted this puzzle. Stupid skull. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so there's a bunch of variables that could change even with something as seemingly stable as a fluid. You would have to account for a bunch of different variables regardless of what you're working with. Segment a paper with ink into small keys. Okay. Put it around the pan, but far enough it doesn't burn. Cook oil in the pan in high temperature. Register the numbers where the oil drops when it bubbles. Change paper. And then repeat the process, I'm assuming. That's also a good way to do it. There is a lot of instability that can go on there too. You could have differentiation in the distance traveled from the oil depending on the heat applied to it. So you'd have to keep a very constant heat. You would also have to it doesn't sound soulful though. I mean, it's still got a lot of effort that you've got to put into it. So like there's the differentiation in the distance depending on the heat applied to the oil. There's also the amount of spatter that you could get depending on the other liquid that you introduce into the oil, because the oil itself won't exactly bubble unless you introduce something to it. Cooking all to get random results, simple and straightforward. I would say there's still a bit of soul that you could find in it. So like the cooking oil itself can get to boiling temperature, but it's not going to immediately start spattering everywhere. You've got to introduce some sort of liquid or another material that would make it spatter. And then depending on the other material or liquid that you introduce to it will inherently change the amount of oil spatter that you get out of it. Water and oil is a high volatility mixture, so you're gonna get a lot of oil spatter even at low temperatures. So trying to keep the heat consistent and introducing the same amount of water every time would probably be key to getting consistent results. But even then, like the oil spatter itself is going to be random, so I would say there's still plenty of soul in that. Granted, it's still a very difficult process. I don't know how I avoided getting caught on fire there, but glad I did. Okay, never mind. Spoke too soon. Thanks, game. Or put metal dice in boiling water, wait for it all to evaporate, check the phase the die is in. I think that depends on the type of metal that the die is made of. Because if it's heavy enough, it probably won't even budge. It'll just sit at the bottom of whatever water you're boiling. Hollow dice? I mean, it depends on how hollow it is, right? If it's like 80% hollow, yeah, it might shift around a bit. If it's only like a hollow core, usually like 20%.